Hello, everyone, and welcome to podcast number 5. And today's subject will be Star Trek Beyond. But before we get into that, just to let you know, you may have seen this on my channel already, that I tried to broadcast the German Grand Prix live, and my live streaming services were revoked by YouTube, and that's why there's been a delay in doing a YouTube video and also a podcast, as I was feeling quite down. And you probably are thinking, well, it's your own stupid fault, you stupid twat. Yes, it is my fault. I kind of went into it a bit naively. I just was excited that I could do such a thing. And, I wasn't even profiting from it. But I still got my services disabled. So now I can use the rest of YouTube as normal. Upload videos at length. But what I can't do is live stream. Now, I've only live streamed once before, and to be fair, I was using the German Grand Prix as a test bed to see if it would work for a very long time. I got about 3 hours worth of video. So that wasn't too bad, and I had at the highest point almost 400 people viewing, which was interesting. So I don't know if I want to look at creating a streaming service for some purpose. Obviously, I'll stay away from live events and anything that's copyrighted, but I don't understand how a live program that has not been aired or was being aired at that same time has got a copyright algorithm in place where it knows, oh, that's from this show or that's from this program. I don't know how the dynamics of that work. It'd be quite interesting to see if there's a video on YouTube on it. So SummerSlam is about 2 or 3 weeks away, and I can't wait. It's going to be good. Maybe it might even be the best SummerSlam. I think Kurt Angle will make his return there. I think maybe even The Undertaker will have a spot there. If he doesn't, it doesn't matter. I'm sure he'll be back by Survivor Series. Let's talk about Star Trek Beyond. So Star Trek Beyond starts with the Enterprise 3 years into its 5-year mission, and everyone's getting a bit tired. They are actually physically looking a lot older, which is quite weird. I don't know if they added some makeup to that or it's just, just them aging over the past since 2009. What can I say? The opening was good. I liked the fact that it felt like an episode, more like an episode of The Next Generation, trying to be an episode of the original series, but it was good. It was well paced. It had some good comedy in there. I think Simon Pegg did a really good job at getting this movie written to such a high level. The CGI was really good. Some of it was really bad. It wasn't really bad. It was just a motorbike scene. I don't even see why they even had the motorbike scene in there. But because we've established this Kirk likes motorbikes and not horses, that will need a motorbike in a sequel. So I'm not going to give anything away about the movie, or shall I? Well, I think I've already haven't I? I'm going to restrict myself as best as possible, but please be aware that there might be spoilers. So the film had some good action, had some comedy, like I said. Didn't have a love interest apart from the Spock and Uhura thing, which was taking a turn for the worst. There are a couple of good bits in there to pay tribute to Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock in the original timeline, and who is Spock Prime in this timeline. There was a couple of good bits actually, because they did one scene where young Spock gets notified that Spock Prime is dead, or Ambassador Spock is dead. And then we have another scene where in Ambassador Spock's belongings, we have a picture of the original Enterprise crew. So the picture looks like it's from Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. And it's got all the old cast, and it's quite a nice picture. I've got a copy of it myself, or one very similar to it. And there wasn't really a tribute to Anton, I can't pronounce his surname, but the guy who plays Chekhov. They had him in the final scene of the movie, and they also had some text after Leonard Nimoy's tribute for Anton, so that was pretty good, and it felt kind of bittersweet. So I love the camera work in this movie. It was pretty good. It was unusual for a Star Trek movie. So if I can describe a couple of them. So let's see. We saw the Enterprise coming out of, I think it was space dock or dry dock or whatever. And it just pulled away, but the camera itself was, it looked like it was fixed behind the deflector dish. And so it was just fixed by the deflector dish, and you saw the Enterprise smack bang in your view, and everything else was moving, and it looked pretty amazing, and that's never been done before. And there was a lot of footage like that where the camera seemed to be bolted onto the Enterprise. So yeah, I think those camera angles really worked. I like the effect for warp, and it's basically looks like the Enterprise has been thrown into a bubble, and it's just rippling through it, and it's quite nice. The music in this movie is going to piss a lot of people off, but it actually fits into its context. The only thing I didn't like, and I was glad that wasn't in the movie, was the song by Rihanna. And it doesn't fit any kind of Star Trek movie, and it shouldn't have even been part of the Star Trek movie soundtrack. Right, so what would I give this movie? I think I would give it an 8 out of 10. No, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. It was a good movie. It wasn't the best because the villain was weak. I don't think it gave Idris Elba a good platform to actually show off his acting skills, and we know he does have them. And if the villain had better motives for killing people on the space station, then, it would have been a lot better. So it only gets a 8.5 out of 10. Right, so next week I've got the week off and it's my wife's birthday and I will be busy doing husbandy things. I've got a few things planned, I've got a few things unplanned, but I'm going to plan something else in their place. A funny thing happened. Well, it's not funny, it's quite tragic really, but here it goes. So my wife wanted a handbag. My track records with handbags and my wife aren't very good. I'll go into that another time. So I ordered a bag for her from House of Fraser, and it came to the house, but I had missed the delivery driver by about 5 minutes. So they left it with a neighbour. When my wife came home, my neighbour came out and gave her the parcel, and he said, "It's a bit light, isn't it?" And she looked at it and thought, "Yeah, it's a bit light." She looked inside and there was nothing there, no handbag to be seen. So somebody out there has a designer handbag for free, and when I tried to contact House of Fraser about it, they fobbed me off with, "Oh, we'll have to look into that." And then I sent them the photographs of the box, and they are still saying, "Yeah, we're looking into that." So I don't know why they can't find out what happened to the item. It came to the neighbor open, and the delivery driver, when I rang her, said, "Yeah, it was damaged." So either she's lying or he's lying, and I think I can trust my neighbor a lot more than a delivery driver. Now, I'm not accusing the delivery driver. It could have happened at any point in the delivery process, but I think it's pretty bad for a company like House of Fraser, who have been around since the 1900s, not to take me for my word and take my pictures for their word, and either send me a new one or offer me a refund. They're not doing either. So by Friday, if I haven't received anything, I'll be clawing back the money that I paid for the handbag. And that's the bottom line. What I could do is what I've done in previous times, is where I've complained on Twitter publicly about a service that has not been provided to me as it should have been. That usually gets a lot of answers quickly. It gets a lot of things done quickly. So I don't know. I might think about doing that tomorrow. So today's Thursday. No, it's not. So today's Wednesday, and I usually record my podcast on a Thursday or a Saturday. So I'm a day ahead, and that's good. Work-wise, I'm just catching up on bits and pieces. There's a lot of things to organise before the end of the summer. There's a lot of shows coming up, and I might not be necessarily going to every single one of them, but I hope that I can go to some interesting ones that I can show you on YouTube. So keep an eye out for those. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this up now. If you like my podcast, or if you like my videos on YouTube, please like and subscribe and send to your friends. I would really appreciate that. I'm trying to create a community where people can come and talk and share, but at the moment nobody's talking and sharing. And it seems like I'm doing this for no reason. So if I am doing this for no reason, then when I get tired, I think I will stop. But I really want to engage with my audience, people that are similar to me, people that aren't similar to me. Doing this live broadcasts of the German Grand Prix has really shown me that you can make an impact, a good impact on people. You can talk to people from all over the world, regardless of race, religion, or creed. You know, you can help people. You can entertain people. You know, you can. There's just so many things you could do, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people with my IT videos, and I've got one coming up soon. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I'm just hoping that the summer's not going to end on a rainy note, because it's been either dull or grey outside, or it's been raining outside. There's been some days of sunshine, some days of really hot sunshine, but too few to actually make it feel like summer. So yeah, I'm hoping for a good summer. I'm hoping for a good week next week, and I hope my wife enjoys her birthday. And Formula One will be back in 3 weeks' time or 4 weeks' time, and I'll be ready for it. I'll have a mid-season show, and I'm going to take some time on that to create a nice video for you on that, and I might even podcast it. Okay, so until then, thank you for listening. I have been your host. Thank you very much. And I'm going to leave you with this quote: "Don't let the bastards grind you down." And that's by Fletcher, Norman Stanley Fletcher, from Porridge, played by Ronnie Barker.